You know what today is.
Today is Friday.
And we're back.
Wait, is today Friday?
No, today is.
That was wishful thinking.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, nigga. We back, man.
In the bed.
They said that podcast.
The season, y'all.
Deuce.
Mr. David. You can add me at the Mr. David.
It's a Caldwell thing. Here and there.
You can add him at It's a Caldwell Thing.
Darth Esquire.
Don't add them.
Don't add him at nothing.
They said that.
You know what I'm saying? We are back. We cut this music off so that we don't violate no copyrights. But if they come a knocking, fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We took a month off. What's been going on, man?
Work.
How's been life?
Work, moving, bullshit, living.
Yeah, man. That life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. People have just been going through their day-to-day.
Yeah, bro. It's been interesting, man. Got some opportunities coming. Possible bread truck.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
If it don't happen, blow them bitches up.
Right.
But if it happen, I'll go back and re-edit that and take it out.
It's the reasonable response.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Straight like that. So, few changes we gonna make for this go round. We got segments on deck. We got topics on deck.
They said that.
We got drops on deck.
They said that.
Damn, we ain't had no drop.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this shit out, because I got random shit keep popping up.
But
And I have no stop button on here.
So, man, I figure we'll start with. So how would you prefer? Easy shit to serious shit, or serious shit to easy shit?
I'd rather get the serious shit out the way.
Sprinkle me now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It don't really
damn,
matter.
like Emerald, you drop a little serious bag.
Yeah, like Salt Bay. Like Salt Bay. Alright, yeah, sprinkle some of that shit.
Start off all lighthearted and then throw a little salt.
Alright, man. So
Just like music.
let's start with something that's a little more lighthearted, not too bad. So, Kendrick album. It's been out for a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit now. So, we all got to listen to it. Forwards, backwards, on shuffle. Thoughts?
I am a fan. I'm not surprised at what he did with it. It sounds like he got a blend of mainstream, yet not sacrificing too much of what he was already doing.
Right.
It's more digestible, but it doesn't really lose the messages that's in there, the jewels, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I enjoy it.
I mean, so when I first heard it, I ain't like it. And because I guess I was comparing it to, to Pimp a Butterfly and Section 80 and all this other shit, Good Kid, Mad City. And then to me, it just wasn't that. Like, it was more, it felt more commercial, a little, and it had a couple, like, Drake-esque songs on it to me, or at least one.
More radio friendly.
Yeah. But then
it had more of a bounce.
Yeah.
But then upon repeat listens, it started to grow on me a little bit. I still won't say that I say it's probably my least favorite Kendrick album that I've heard so far, including like his pre-release mixtape joints. But all in all, I've reached the conclusion that it's not terrible. It's pretty good. Okay. It's better than most new shit I hear.
True.
But yeah, not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a jam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're comparing it to his contemporaries, then it's
the thing.
It's illmatic to its contemporaries. You know what I'm saying? Because because honestly, You can only compare what you got to what's out at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to be like, yeah, Kendrick's album is dope, but compared to Life After Death, it ain't shit. Like, that won't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, compared to what's out now, it's fire. But in his own discography, it's not his best,
Nah.
but the shit is still hot.
Yeah, it's like, I'll put it right under fucking Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm. And where do you put Good Kid, Mad City?
It's a close... It's the second one. Because To Pimp a Butterfly, I listen to that a lot.
Okay.
Even though, yeah, I know it's the hardest to digest, but I don't know. I fuck with it. I fuck with it like that.
So do we say Kendrick is... Fuck it, we're going to include Section 80. Do we say Kendrick is 4 for 4 now?
I would say he has not dropped the ball yet.
Yeah,
He has yet to drop the ball. He's still consistent.
right. Even my reaction being based off of his other music, even with that, it's still like better. Like I said, it's still better than most other shit I hear. So it's still good. Like, it's still good on its own merit.
Okay. Now, obviously, I'm taking some steps with this because there's
Yeah, because
there's a
I
question
know
that
where you're going with this.
So Kendrick is 4 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
How many other artists have gone a straight 4 for 4? Let's think about this. Jay-Z did Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
Then he did Volume 1, which was a bad boy ass album.
Yeah.
Then he did Volume 2.
Volume 1. I would say Volume 1 ain't fall off, though.
It's not bad, but when you compare it to what it's between, it's a dip. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't know. It's
So,
like when it comes
Volume
down to
1.
I don't
Volume
agree.
1 got joints, and we're not on some Joe Budden shit. Not to go off on a tangent.
Angry Joe. Here come Angry Joe.
Now look, Volume 1 got joints. It's got some classic joints, but then it's got some bullshit on there.
Jay-Z didn't fall. To me, all Jay-Z albums was good. He didn't fall off until he made Kingdom Come.
Here's the
See,
thing.
He retired and came back.
Here's the thing
That was
about
whack.
me when it come down to Jay-Z though. I didn't appreciate a lot of his older stuff until like after the Black album and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard Reasonable Doubt, I heard Blueprint, and you know Volume 2 and all that. Nah, I like Volume 2. I didn't start liking Reasonable Doubt till like right after the Black album came out.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Volume 1. I was like, you know what, it's okay, you know. But then, you know, it grew on me and I'm like, you know.
See, Volume 1 to me, it's not I'm not saying it's a bad album.
Nah, I'm not saying
But
it's bad. I just didn't
Volume 1, if I'm looking at Reasonable Doubt and Volume 2, Volume 1 is definitely the third out of those three.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
maybe so, but still, my point remains. He didn't. It wasn't.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he fell off. He still was rapping his ass off. Just the
wasn't
project itself is not as tight as those two. And so what I'm getting at with Jay is that you have like this great piece of work, and you got something that's good, but it's not at that level. But then you got another one right after it that's this great piece of work, and then you got Volume 3 that's not quite at that level, but then you got the Blueprint, which is this amazing piece of work, and then he did Black Album, which is this amazing piece of work. Basically, it took till then till he had two amazing pieces of work back to back. Right?
Yeah.
Tupac. Nobody in this car is listening to Tupac Live Now.
Nah.
Nobody in this car is listening to Strictly For My Niggas. And Pac is my number one, and I'll say that shit. So
I have listened to Tupac Live Now.
no, you've listened, but you ain't listening to that shit today.
Yeah.
You haven't listened to that in the last year, and I haven't been in your car all the time for the past year. But I'm just gonna tell you that. So what I'm getting at, so then let's take somebody like Kanye, who had great piece of work, followed by another great piece of work, followed by another great piece of work. Like he did it back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's hard to do.
Yeah.
So when you get to Kendrick, who has 4 for 4, at what point does he start getting into that conversation of greats?
I feel like he's in the conversation, but it's an ongoing conversation that's not gonna stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in my opinion, there'll never be a greatest of all time, because there's always like different levels to the fucking, you know, rap and shit.
I mean, it's always gonna be subjective, so it's just gonna be your favorite of all time.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
so
know?
in my mind, his lyrical content, dismissing all of the music aspects.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a fucking English professor. Like
Yeah.
he could literally teach creative writing.
He knows how to put words together better than any current rapper that's out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And even on his new album, despite my earlier statements, like if you listen to what he's saying, it's very complex, multifaceted. Like
Yeah, it's like
it's deep shit. It's just
it's like sugar-coated medicine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So on a lyrical tip, I'd say he's already in that conversation.
Right. Now, I know it just came out, but like, because we're in this microwave era,
Yeah.
what happens next? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
'Cause-
like from him or
yeah, like not just from him, but do you expect that to lead to some kind of change in the music, at least for now? Do you see that bringing more attention to lyrics,
the main
or do
thing,
you see that as it's the flash in the pan of the moment for him?
No, I feel like we kind of were having this conversation in one of the earlier episodes, but I feel like for the people who like more lyrical, conscious rap, I guess, then that's gonna, like, I guess they might have a new wave of those sorts of rappers that are gonna cater to the people who are demanding that sort of content. But it's not gonna change the rest of the shit that's out now. Like, people are still gonna come out with bullshit fluff rap where you can't understand what they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they just saying one word choruses, gang. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, overall, is it going to change the overall music landscape? No.
Just as a side separate conversation though, speaking of the future of rap music, especially with Chance the Rapper, do we expect record labels to be dead in the next 10 years?
I feel like they will eventually become dinosaurs, and then they'll die out. Unless they make the transition now to do something. Like I'm noticing some of them are doing. Because I know, what was that? Dude who was with Warner Brothers. Is it Leo Cohen?
All right, Leor. Yeah, he started at Def Jam. He went to Warner.
Now
he
he's trying to do
300.
Now
He's
trying to do
running
some shit with YouTube.
He's running YouTube.
See what I'm
He's
saying?
running, but so
Because
here's
their job is
now
to get the
the
money.
people themselves, they can keep working.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as record labels itself, like signing artists, I see independence becoming the thing and working because right now Apple, I think their game right now is to kill off record labels.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's just, to me, that's the natural progression. Like, if
Yeah.
you look at any other industry, that's the way shit happens, right? New technology comes out, the old shit fades away, and you get a whole rise of new companies that's exploiting the new technologies and doing shit different. And then they phase for a while until whatever new shit come along, and then they'll eventually fade away, or unless they adapt and start doing whatever's current. And you're gonna see the same thing with record labels. They're either gonna adapt or they're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm noticing, it's a lot of people, just going the independent route because, I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, what was one of the major stories in hip-hop, like, for the past, like, what was that, like 2-3 years now? Even longer than that, but it's been, like, one of them topics with Baby and fucking Wayne and all that.
Right.
Like, that was like a actual thing in hip-hop, You got so many artists already listening to this and seeing this shit play out publicly.
They still signing with them though.
Yeah, they still. Oh, they?
People are still signing over there.
Who's their most recent, like?
So they signed, and this is kind of a transition to another thing, but they recently signed this group from out here. This group of chicks, they rap, but I can't recall their name. I don't really care to remember their name. They're pretty unimportant. But the last signing that had attention, unfortunately, was BTY Youngin, who just recently was killed.
R.I.P.
So,
that guy.
yeah, man. And that brings us to our next segment. Now, people are saying that due to one Brian Williams' actions on Instagram,
The truth is out there.
he may have had BTY Youngin, which no disrespect, but it's a pretty terrible name.
By the way, Youngin? No. Is that? What is the Y for? I don't know.
Oh, hey, man. But besides the point, people are saying that he was involved with getting him, that Baby was involved with getting him killed.
Wrong button.
No.
Wrong button, y'all.
No.
Wrong button.
We are not applauding death. That's terrible. That's a bad thing.
Wrong
'Cause
button.
when there's death, people die. So we don't want that. But people love conspiracy theories. Let's just keep it all the way one thou wow. Niggas love conspiracy theories.
I mean, that is one of our stereotypes. So.
Like, as soon as he died, by the next day, then it's like, man, Baby got him hit, dog.
I think they only really saying that because didn't he have something to do with like all his Instagram pictures and shit?
Saying like he
Yeah,
Like
so-
took all the
was
pictures down.
getting,
Didn't Baby take all the pictures that he had with him down? That's what they saying.
Yeah, so
that's cause for
so what happened was
conspiracy.
that he ain't like he shot at somebody else out who died, and then it was like the day after, and he said something about this other cat who died, and then simultaneously he took down every picture he had of him and the dude that died,
Youngin.
off his Instagram page. He deleted everything.
Right.
So people was just like, yo, that's mad suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could look like something to some people. I mean, I guess I still just don't take Instagram that serious. The way I look at it really is that it's like, all right, I have no way to make no money off this kid. I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of all of this and just say rest in peace.
Yeah.
And there you go. Because, like, hey, there's nothing else to do here.
I mean, my thing is, if he had done it, why would you then draw that much attention to it? You know what I mean? Like, you know people in social media watching. So if you did put a hit out on him and he died, then why then would you delete all traces of him?
I mean,
off
well,
of your
if you
social
gonna
media?
question that, you gotta question like the other stories that they may have thought that Baby had something to do, and because they have these stories is why a lot of people are like, well, I don't know, it's not too far fetched,
Right.
because his name has been in these circles when things like this has happened before, you know.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not completely like,
Unfathomable.
yeah, but also I don't give a shit.
I mean, essentially, that's what it's going to come down to. What?
No, I'm saying like
I'm not invested in figuring out who did what. I mean, still, rest in peace to the kid, because that's like crazy.
yeah,
but
I mean,
the thing
sorry
is,
man died.
the
But,
thing
you know what
is,
I'm saying?
like, especially like from what we know with artists out here, a lot of them still getting them how they get them until they really blow up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's like, yo, it's not like any prior beef he might have had just ends because he got a record deal.
I'm not I'm not saying I don't care that the man died,
Right.
but I'm also saying that
You're not
bringing out accusations
you're not
against
invested
somebody
in
with
it.
no proof.
But that also
Is-
shows you, like, you know, where Birdman stands in public opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once public opinion kills you, like, what can you do after that?
Baby don't care about public opinion because he knows there's going to be a million people out there with dreams that's still willing to sign their souls over to Cash Money
Nah,
right
I
now.
guess
Baby
they about
ain't
to go
been shit
independent.
since 1997, and everybody know it.
Baby ain't been shit since B32, man.
So what you saying is game over for Baby?
Why you blocking us? No, he gonna be straight.
Yeah, he gonna be straight. He gonna keep on getting that bread. He's still spending that 400 degrees money.
I feel
Right.
like at some point that shit is gonna collapse and it's gonna like just self implode.
Man, I see Baby being
I
one of them
see
people
Slim
that
being straight for the rest of his life. I don't see Baby.
They all good. Baby gonna be good too.
I mean, like not
As
on.
long as he can keep exploiting people,
as long as he still got the ownership of people publishing
he good.
and he's still getting that bread truck, he
I
straight.
mean, but
Brian
again,
Williams is gonna
he?
ride off into the sunset on a streetcar. He gonna be straight,
He gonna be on top of the street car.
rubbing his hands. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna be straight.
He gonna drive that
I
PT
made this
Cruiser
flip,
from
boy.
Baller Block from the Bling Bling video.
And that's because
That Plymouth Prowler.
Stretch problem. Stretch PT Cruises. Oh, that's terrible.
man.
Yeah, man, because people like signing the Cash Money just like they like throwing money
But again, I
away
ask,
to bullshit.
do they? Because
Cash
you just
Money
named
is-
two people from down here, one who which died.
Cash
So
Money
that
is
ain't too
New
many
Orleans
people
royalty
just
because of the hot boys.
That ain't a mad rush of people coming in.
I mean, it still happens though.
I mean, yeah, it still happens, but it hasn't been happening lately. I mean, like a few years ago when Wayne
he's still
was
like
popping.
he's still signing artists. This Jacquees is his name. He's a fairly recent signing to
That
Cash
sounds
Money.
terrible.
Yeah, it is. There's
Sorry to hear
I
that.
don't know all the names of all the new Cash Money people, but they still signing people over there. And I don't know what he gets out of it because most of them don't sell shit. But it's
But the
like,
question is, like,
I don't know, man.
even the people that he's signing, is he signing them as like that type of artist? Because I notice he'll like sign older artists who already have
Cash
a
Money.
catalog, and they'll just put people on the road. Then you'll do something like sign Paris Hilton and put her on the road to DJ. You know what I'm saying?
He
So it's
still-
like you could sign people, but
They still living off of the old Cash Money, the Hot Boys album.
Right, because them niggas owned all the publishing. That nigga Baby spending Get It How You Live money still. Like,
Cash
come
Money,
on,
think he
man.
spent
Cash
all
Money
that
Records
shit.
ain't had a hit artist since the second Hot Boys album.
like
Yeah,
I
man.
still say Baby ain't giving nobody no money because Baby don't got the money. I feel like Baby is like going broke. He don't got nobody else to really hold on to. That's why he's not letting go of Wayne.
He could be living off credit. I mean, hey, it's possible, man. It's either something that's really drastic as far as him not having the money, or he
That's how I see
just
it.
don't care no more. He's just like, I got all the money now.
I mean, but he do. That's what
But if that's the case, why not let people out their contract?
Because he's a bitch. That's why.
But if
It's-
you don't, but if
it's
you don't,
always-
but if you don't care, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
always no.
If you
No,
don't
what I'm
care.
saying, he don't care about perspective because he's getting the money. You know what I'm saying? Until Wayne act right and come back to daddy, he ain't gonna drop no album, but he don't care about getting money off of him because More Life just did like double platinum. And views just went triple platinum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And What a Time to Be Alive just went platinum. You know what I'm saying? So
But
he
on the
don't
end of
care
this-
because he's
my
getting that
question
money
is,
off of
like-
them. Because he ain't giving that money ain't getting over to Jay Prince and them that's crying and clawing down trying to fly these lawsuits and shit. That shit going to the hands of the Williams brothers
But I wonder how long
and the
can you
few
dodge
bills
this?
that they actually pay.
It's,
Like, how long can you dodge like lawsuits and shit though?
Long as you got lawyers,
yeah, they could keep
keep pushing that shit back.
Litigation could last for years, son.
And from what I've seen, like what a lot of businesses do, and people who don't have that kind of long money to keep fighting them in court,
Yeah.
just beat it down. All right, you trying to sue us for $10 million? Gonna push that shit out so long. You spending all the money on lawyers and shit. We gonna settle that for $300,000.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then you gotta pay taxes on that shit and your lawyers, nigga. Get out of here.
Either take the money that I'm offering you, or we gonna starve you out.
Right? Exactly.
before
We
you
gonna
ain't gonna pay nothing.
because we ain't gonna die off it. You know what I'm saying? Find me somebody that can sue Walmart and really fight that shit for the long term. Nah, man.
Yeah, they got big money.
Right.
It's expensive to litigate something.
And they got teams.
Hustling,
they got teams of teams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If you out here struggling, you ain't gonna be able to play that game with them for too long.
Exactly.
So basically, y'all saying this, Baby is just that guy now.
Yeah, he's a boss.
Like
he's
he's
an evil villain.
Yeah, he has a reason for this pose.
Yeah, he's like Pusha T said, step on their neck so they can't breathe. That's what he does. He's got his foot on their neck. That's why Drake is like, I might as well just be happy and drop all this work and get whatever I can and go on the road and get paid.
Yeah.
Might as well.
And even, to be honest, even if Lil Wayne sue, it's going to all come down to what kind of contract he signed. And if he signed a contract giving Baby all his publishing and the masters and all that, he don't have nothing to stand on anyway.
And they played theyself, and not to stay on the topic of that lawsuit for too long, but he played himself when they gave Cash Money the 51% ownership over Young Money. Like dickheads. I mean, that's what happens when you kiss Birdman in the mouth. You give him all the power.
That's his villainous power, right?
Yeah, man.
Don't let Birdman kiss you, man.
Yeah, man. He got mind control over the niggas.
Obviously, man.
Yeah, bro. But
Find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this. Where is Ja?
Where is Ja? We need him to make sense of all this.
I'm probably trying to find a way to spend all that money, man.
Yo,
That's
man. Fyre Fest.
Yes, he's trying to. Bro, you saw the picture of that sandwich, though, bro?
I refuse to call that a sandwich.
That was the most luxurious sandwich ever, man.
I refuse.
You know that came out the good right. That was the singles cheese, man. That
on bread.
Yes.
It wasn't even toasted bread.
Dog, that
lettuce
cheese ain't come off a block. That cheese was pre-sliced, pre-wrapped.
That lettuce was the lettuce that comes with like packaged food that you're not really supposed to eat.
That kale.
That shit was plastic. Yeah, man. Folks spending $4,000 to $12,000 for a first turnout of a festival that's headlined by Ja Rule.
Might as well been
you deserve every bad thing that happens to you for that shit. Come on, bruh.
Who was on the bill besides him and Blink 182? Because that's what I keep hearing.
A bunch of unknown ass people.
I think that was the majors.
Yeah, man.
The two major sponsors.
And
does
luxury
Ja Rule still count as major?
Luxury tents. No, they were the major, and then Ja Rule was like.
And Ja Rule was there.
It's like they were the fries, and he was, he was the.
They promised a bunch of
condiment. He was ketchup.
They were supposed to have buku like good music.
I think Migos was supposed to be there supposedly. Good music. Ray Shremmerd was supposed to be there.
Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
That guy.
Oh man. Just a sidebar. Speaking of Yachty, so I saw the track list for his album that I'm never gonna listen to, but it's 21 songs. Who wants 21 Lil Yachty songs?
I don't want one.
I don't even think Lil Yachty fans want 21 Lil Yachty songs.
But then again, they're a part of that microwave era.
That's what I'm saying. So you give them 12 songs, and now you've got their attention. 21 songs.
My question is,
this nigga on No Limit Records.
My question is how long does it take him to put that out? To put that together, 21 songs.
So that 21 songs is 2 Lil Yachty albums. He could have split that shit in 2 and got the bread off it.
Yeah, he tried.
21 songs.
But back to Fyre Fest. If Fyre Fest was an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the title would be Frank Puts on a Music Festival.
Yo, this is terrible, man. Yo, I wish I could find who was the guy whose luggage was stolen. And he was like, his passport was in his luggage, and he needs to find out what to do. Oh, that guy's straight. There's somebody's like, his girlfriend went missing. Like, oh my God. Yeah, man, I don't trust festivals like that. I'm not catching a flight to a festival outside the country. And it's their first time out?
Yeah, that's
Like-
the main thing that just don't sound right.
So this people actually interviewed somebody he says, well, we knew it was gonna be a shit show the second we landed. It was nothing short of just bad.
Yo, what's crazy, something else I saw was that somebody who used to be affiliated with it said they didn't start really doing all their planning until like beginning of March.
That's crazy.
Now, to give context to that, Summer Jam is about to go on for Hot 97. Next year's Summer Jam starts being planned when the lights go out from Summer Jam this year.
Right.
They're like, what are we gonna do next year?
the same
Who we're inviting back? Who do we expect to
It's
be
the same
hot for
thing
next
with
year?
Essence Fest here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
Soon
started
as the shit
planning
is
this
over.
one last year.
Yeah.
They gave these niggas a couple months.
Wasn't gonna happen.
Not at all, man. Not at all. So that was terrible, man. I feel bad for all the people that was out there. But then again, you shouldn't have spent $4,000 on a festival that had no clout. That was just stupid.
They got a class action suit against him though.
Yeah, man, I heard. 100 million they try to get.
I heard, wasn't they trying to like reimburse everybody for that shit though?
Yeah, but that's not gonna be enough.
But I think like the way it was gonna do it was like you just hold on to your ticket and they're gonna put it on there and get it next year.
You come back next year.
And come back next year.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Like some shit like that, you know?
Yo, oh man, you got a broken leg, but I left a piece of metal. Next surgery's on us.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's crazy, man. That's like, again, not to harp on old shit, dog. And that's like fucking Eric Andre giving a free show after he bombed out here. Dog, you don't, like, if you give somebody a shit slushy, you don't be like, here, you can get this free piss lemonade to wash it down. That's terrible. Why would you do that? And anybody who just said, yo, I'm going to Fyre Fest next
Piss on
year.
my shoulder and tell me it's raining.
All right, cool. You found me out. I was pissing on you, but hey, I got this, got this chocolate bar. You trust me? Like, nah, nigga, I don't trust you. That's shit. I know shit when I see it. Like, come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Who thought Ja Rule's name was gonna be a big enough attraction to
Apparently a bunch of people went. So
Ja Rule.
want to get Ja Rule.
where's Ja?
Where will we be without you?
Exactly what the fuck is Man. Where would I be without you?
That is horrible, man. I seen that come across my timeline. I was like, oh my
So
god.
Twitter went in with the memes though.
Yes,
the
they
hashtag.
did. Yes, they did, man. That shit was wild business.
Someone should have had Wyclef come so you could have sang someone please call 911.
Oh, I bet they wish they were going to November. But so on to some recent politics, right? So first and foremost, North Korea is pulling stunts and threatening niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see war coming?
I see a possibility, but
I'm gonna say that I don't think North Korea been trying to fire a nuclear weapon for the past 10 years, and they might as well be shooting a firework.
Roman candle.
Yeah,
There you go.
I mean a bottle rocket. You know, that bitch ain't going nowhere. It goes straight up and comes straight down.
So
That being said, though, I think if President Trump keeps provoking them,
I'm gonna go ahead and censor that title that you just gave him. So
yeah, well, you know, if fuckface keeps provoking them,
that's cool.
Yeah, that works.
then I think it's gonna end up being something. But it probably, I wouldn't go so far as to say a war. It's probably gonna be like a minor skirmish.
It's like the way I see it.
'Cause I don't think North Korea got it like that.
I feel like if there was going to be a time to attack, this would appear to be the time to do it if there was going to be any time in history to do it. Now they open because you see who the leader is, supposed leader, quote unquote. You know, but I don't know. It's like you said, you know, like it can be provoked into a situation where it's gonna be something, but as far as right now, I'm not worried.
I mean, Trump is so abrasive, right? So he's every time he's on TV, instead of trying to negotiate or like use any sort of real diplomacy, he's being petty. You know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, Kim Jong-un, fuck him.
Yeah.
They ain't shit.
It's like the campaign trail is over with.
I guarantee that's going to be a tweet verbatim one of these mornings.
Right.
Yeah, man. I recently was watching something, and you're talking about the missiles that North Korea actually has. Like, they don't actually... Like, they've been trying to test missiles to reach here, but they don't have the capability yet.
Right.
So their immediate strike that they can do is South Korea. They can fuck them up. And then, I mean, clearly we're going to go and defend them.
Right.
But if we do, and we bomb North Korea, is China going to come to their aid?
It could.
And if China comes to their aid, is Russia going to have China's back? And nobody wants that because nobody wants nuclear winter.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I feel like the world sees the problem, and like I don't feel like other nations, you know, believe that Trump has the country, has the followers. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think they see that. Cause see, the same face you have right now is the face that everybody has in a picture with Trump around the world. They have that saying like, "What the fuck?" Like serious? Really? Everybody has this. You can look the shit up.
Yeah, man. It's
Like,
still it's been 103 days or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, man. It felt like it's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
he's a grown man who
That's
acts
just
like
Obama's
a fucking
fault.
idiot, racist 8-year-old.
Donald Trump finally reaching that 100 days. It's like when you go to work at like 8 in the morning, you do your work, and you're like, all right, cool, lunch. But it's like 8:45, really.
Yeah. You know.
It's only been 100 days, 3 months and some change.
And
We in for a long ass ride.
If he make it.
If he makes it.
End up getting fucking impeached.
If he makes it. But if he don't make it, and even if he don't make it, the people he has in place, if they stay involved, we still in for a long ass ride.
Yeah.
Yo, if you ask me what he's doing, it's kind of smart in a dumb way. He set up a divide and conquer strategy. But even within his own cabinet, like everybody's pitted against everybody, so nobody's watching what he's doing. Like he got the person who was against the EPA as head of the EPA.
Right.
He's got like 3 aides that don't like each other, so they're always fighting amongst themselves. He
Yeah.
divided the American people with the election, so everybody's pitted against each other for that.
And then we could end up in like another civil war, which, man, I just wish Andrew Jackson just would have been there.
Because, you know, he would have asked, like, why?
He would have said, why is there a civil war?
Why couldn't they have just, straightened it out?
Right.
Talked it out? Why did there have to be a war? Even though he died 16 years before the Civil War started.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, man. And again, this is what we're dealing with. And something that was put into perspective about this guy. So I saw a clip of the correspondence dinner. And this guy, I can't remember his name. I know his last name was Minaj. He's like Indian guy. He's like, Trump doesn't drink. Think about it. He doesn't drink.
So what you're saying is
When
this is calculated?
When he's not that it's calculated, but he's always sober. So when he's up at 3 a.m. sending them tweets,
He's sober.
he's sober doing this.
That's disturbing.
I think about, like,
Yeah.
that's a clear mind. You know what I'm saying? That's doing that.
I always thought, in my mind, I always imagine, like, when he's sending out them tweets at, like, 2, 3 in the morning, he's, like, finally getting home, taking, chilling, relaxing. He pull his phone out and he be like, I remember what that motherfucker said. I got a good comeback.
Yeah, man. And, it's he uses like a usual template. Like, he'll put like the failing, whatever it is, criticize me, sad.
Yeah.
The failing NY Times said that we couldn't do this, but we athletes, we did. Awesome.
I'm be back.
Right.
Hashtag real news.
Hashtag real news.
You are fake news.
And you know what? We're going to take a quick break.
One thing about Gwalla music, man. Everything lit. And we deal with everything else that's lit. Shout out to Se2Ep1 podcast, man. The cookie will never crumble, man. We boss up. Believe that.
All right, and we're back. Van Jones. Are you familiar with him?
No.
Van Jones is on like CNN.
All right.
Black guy. Intelligent guy.
In the sunken place, though.
He's in the sunken place.
Okay.
Yeah, man. He was doing good. You know what I'm saying? He was on Trump's ass. On him. He was calling out all the bullshit. But recently, President Obama and First Lady Obama, they're out doing their speeches. They're on the speech circuit like a lot of people who get out of politics do.
Yeah.
So, Michelle is getting like $200K a speech. Barack is getting like $400K a speech. Van Jones says that, you know what? He should do a quote-unquote poverty tour first.
Wow.
He shouldn't be getting paid to do speeches. They should be doing them for free first. And then move into getting paid for them. I'm like, nigga, why is it that you're having this it's like, why is it that the black dude got to keep having to prove himself?
Because he's the black dude.
Every other president in American history has done the exact same thing.
My nigga, before Trump became where he is now, this fool was getting 1.5 on them things.
Right, and he didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about.
The guy who spent 8 years as president is getting 400,000, and you like, maybe he shouldn't be getting paid like that just yet. I mean, I don't even really have a question about it. I just wanted to bring up the fact that some niggas is bitch niggas. And Van Jones, as of right now,
Is that bitch of the week?
nah, he's not bitch nigga of the week.
He's not bitch nigga of the week?
Nah, but he's teetering on that shit.
In case y'all don't know, that's what we're doing too.
In 1989, Ronald Reagan, Republican Jesus, earned $2 million.
Republican Jesus.
Earned $2 million for a week of speech making.
$2 million.
And that was cool. That was cool. But Obama...
And that was in 89, you said, right?
And that was in 89.
89, so he was no longer president for what, a year by that point?
Right. And then presidents don't take a... They're not Buddhist monks. They don't take a vow of poverty when they leave office.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at him for his play. I wish I could do it.
Hell
I would go
yeah.
give some speeches right the fuck now, if I could.
Man,
Really though.
yo, man, if I could get like 10 G's per speech,
They could give me $200 and a sandwich.
tell you the truth,
Take that Fyre Festival plate.
you gonna pay me in a Fyre festival.
Nah, don't take it that far, bro.
Give me $100 in the high life.
Shit,
Real
man.
shit,
Yeah,
though.
man, that's crazy talk, man. I don't get why there's always this
That's the
prove
perfect
yourself
example.
that you have to. And if it would have been one of these milk jeans, Steve Bannon looking ass people, I'd have been like, whatever, man, get out of here, you talking that shit. But when it's when it's the black guy who's supposed to be one of those front lines calling out the bullshit who ends up doing that, is like, are you getting paid by Fox News?
He might be getting paid. Yeah, he might be getting that check.
Shout out to Bill O'Reilly, who ain't got no job. Although he did get a payout, so no shout out to Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, he will forever be. Fuck that man.
Yeah, man. On a much more shitty note, they're not going to prosecute the cop who killed Alton Sterling.
But
Federally.
surprised.
Federal,
So
okay.
There's still a chance that he might get prosecuted. The state might pick up the charges.
Okay.
The state DA said he wanted to wait and see what the feds did first. So they could have brought federal charges, but more likely they'll bring state if they're gonna bring any.
Hopefully so. The cop who killed Walter Scott has been charged. I need to see exactly what he's been charged with.
Didn't he plead guilty?
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, he pled guilty. That's right. Do we have expectations on that?
I mean, he pled guilty, so I expect him to go to jail.
Did he plead guilty to murder?
I don't know. He might have. He probably, most likely. I'm not. I didn't read the news article about it, any news about it. Really, I just remember seeing headlines. But if I had to guess, I would go ahead and guess to say that he pled to a lesser charge, but he's still probably gonna spend time.
All right.
If the initial charge was murder, and they plea him down, he's still gonna spend a significant time in jail.
All right. Yeah, man. Hopefully so, and hopefully they throw him in general population, which they won't.
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
Bitch ass. And just rest in peace to Jordan Edwards. My bad.
Yeah.
That was
fucked up.
Man, see, and it's like,
and for once they can't smear his name.
They couldn't smear Castile's name.
Nah.
But still, ain't shit come from that.
Right.
Man,
that's just like real sad though. It's like they really got called up there for, reported intoxicated juveniles in the area. Then when the cops show up, they open fire on, a car that's backing out because they said they were backing out rather aggressively toward them.
Rather aggressively.
And mind you, the shot to the head that killed him.
That's their version of they lunged at me.
Now, but mind you, that's the story they gave. But the shot that killed the 15-year-old Jordan, was by a rifle. Through the windshield, straight dome check.
To the front?
Yeah.
I thought they were backing towards them.
Exactly. That's why he got fired.
Got one of them John F. Kennedy magic bullets, man.
Right.
Yeah. Because at first it's like,
that movie where they be curving a bullet.
Yeah.
Want it.
Yeah.
Got one of them wanted bullets.
But yeah. And I feel like the police department, they decided to fire the officer, because he gave a fucked up ass story and all that shit. But I think I feel like they only did that because they feel like that's gonna calm shit down.
Hell no.
Well, we got rid of the officer, but I mean that's what a lot of police departments do. They just get rid of them and they go to other police departments.
Right, or they just put them on desk duty, or they suspend them with pay, which really is just put them on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to that kid. That's just fucked up, man.
Condolences to the fam.
It's just what's funny. I guess not really funny, but odd to me is everyone I've ever heard so far. Like to me, there was nothing illegal about the initial stop.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, even with the Alton Sterling kid, like, somebody called up and reported that they saw somebody with a gun outside of a convenience store. So it's like, they walk up and he's in front of the convenience store. It's like there's nothing wrong with them approaching him and trying to figure out what's going on. But then it's like, at some point, it becomes problematic in every case.
Yeah, and it's like with Alton, they get that report, they pull up, and the first thing they're doing is like drawing weapons and causing a scene.
Yeah.
Like any normal person, when people run up on you in a uniform or not, and they screaming at you and they got guns, the first thing you're gonna do
is be aggressive.
Is either be aggressive or it's like
fight or flight is gonna take it.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna be like, okay,
it's like,
we lay down.
Yeah.
Would you like for me to put my hands over my head or behind my back, officer? No, it's like what the hell is happening? What's going on?
Yeah.
Why am I looking down?
And then because you're asking what's going on, you lunged, and so they're gonna shoot you in the chest.
Yeah.
Or the head.
Or they're gonna put you in a chokehold.
Or shoot you in the back. This is not gonna be a good day for you.
Nah, man, not at all. Not at all, man.
I don't know. I guess the point I was trying to make there was like, it seems like they should be better trained than that, right? Because
they should
initially,
be. They should be.
Like they're doing their job initially. They get the call. Mm-hmm. They show up. They see somebody who fits the description that they got on the call. They walk up to him with their, why approach immediately with your guns in it? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't understand. Like, they go through so much boot camp and training before they can be police officers. Why don't they teach them how to handle those situations better?
I think it's just internal fear.
But if you're scared, don't be a cop.
Exactly, but that's the thing. It's like
you got some people that become cops because they want to feel that power.
Yeah,
That's like, I'm sure you've heard like a lot of people say like, oh, he was one of them bitch niggas in school.
Well, yeah,
so then he becomes a cop because he want to try to feel like he. Yeah,
I know niggas like that.
Yeah,
that's police.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Then of course you got the people who they may have been doing the right thing for the longest time, but they get so jaded on the job. It's like
they seen too much.
They snap every time, and it's PTSD. Like you need to retire. You know what I'm saying? But they're staying to get that pension because they've already been doing it for 15, 20 years.
They always be hollering about how being police is so dangerous and shit. And I was like, nobody, always my reaction is, nobody made you be that though.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's what you
signed
up for.
Dangerous job. Go work behind a desk somewhere.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Don't get out there and be no bitch and just shoot people.
Yeah, because like even when they went to search the car, none of the kids in the car was drunk, had any weapons or drugs. It's like, man, you really just killed the little one, the youngest one in there.
The thing now, though, I think that's happening is it's sort of a feedback loop, because the more aggressive and scary the police become, then the more reactionary the people they stop for. Because you immediately thinking, oh, it's about to be some bullshit.
Right.
So, and then it's, you know what I'm saying, that feeds back into the police fear.
Yeah, because that's like the dude who got shot trying to defend the mental guy who was in the street with the toy truck.
Yeah.
Cop just shot him just because. You're like, man, he's autistic or some shit like that.
Something needs to shake though, because it's not gonna end good.
Man, because then what's gonna happen is you're gonna have people that lash out like they did in Dallas, and you're gonna have people who could easily have been out there just trying to do their job the right way, losing their life.
Right.
Boy on the
so that's why I say, right, I always say, give justice a chance. This cop does this, give it a chance. Either they're gonna get prosecuted and they're gonna do their time, or they not. If justice decides to say, nah, we not gonna do what we got to, I say it's on the people to do what they got to do. I say, fuck it, kill that cop. Now, if you take him out, just him, don't do no riot, don't do shit. You just catch him slipping, you take him out, right? The next cop that tries some shit, either they not gonna think about it or they gonna do the same shit and it's gonna be the same thing. Let that happen a good 4 or 5 times with cops who did some bullshit and end up losing their life. Somebody's gonna start saying, look, I don't want to be one of them.
Well, them Blue Lives Matter people gonna be mad with you.
I don't give a fuck.
They already mad, man.
Yo, man, look, just before I go into this next shit, man, I got a call from some random number. I decided to answer it Talking about donating to the fucking the what do you call the shit about the police? The Fraternal Order of Police.
Yeah.
I said, nigga, suck my dick, and I hung up on him. Hey man, get out of here, yo. You out your
I bet
damn
they take you
mind.
off the call list.
I bet they would. If they try to call again, I'll troll them niggas. Oh, of course, yes. Would you like my card number? My address is 1825 Tulane. Yeah, man. But last thing I had is probably what's gonna be one of my favorite segments. Bitch nigga of the week.
This lost fool ass bitch made me.
What's the candidate looking like?
Man, so to me, bitch nigga of the week, Funk Master Flex.
Yes.
Why, son? I didn't see what he did.
Funk Master Flex.
You ain't it?
No.
Funk Master Flex. Pump Faker Flex. Flex Hogan, as we like to call him. Got on Instagram Live and starts going on this Tupac rant. Just slandering niggas' name and shit. Just
Yes or no, C's? Say it.
Like,
You gonna keep it 1,000.
now,
I'm about to
here's
look this up.
here's the thing. He didn't lie about. So he was talking about when Pac was shot in 1994. This was 1994 that he's talking about.
Power
Said-
Rangers Mighty Morphin was popping.
So he's talking about when niggas came to rob him, he went for the hammer, shot himself in the leg. That's what led to him getting shot. He's like, all he had to do was just give up the jewels. They were just coming to rob him. My main reason for calling him bitch nigga of the week is that was 1994. Why are you still talking about this 20-something years later? The nigga's dead. It's not like he's here to defend himself against what you're saying. Why wasn't you popping that shit back in 1994, 1995, 1996 when all this shit was going on?
It don't make no goddamn sense.
Why did you wait till Suge Knight was in fucking jail, gonna die blind in jail? Why did you wait till then to start popping shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know why you waited.
Come on, dog, get out of here. Now, I have a theory that I shared earlier as to why I think Funk Master Flex is popping shit right now. So, we know that there's the biopic All Eyes on Me coming out next month. But just recently, Tupac was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Funk Master Flex was very good friends, or I would say probably was very good friends or a very high supporter of Biggie Smalls.
He wasn't in the movie. He don't count.
He wasn't even in the movie.
So you seen T.I. kind of checked him a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Now he says he's gonna respond to that tonight on the radio.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's just trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, he's just trying to stay
He's a
popping.
dinosaur trying to stay relevant.
So here's what I'm saying though. Pac gets into the Hall of
Good
Fame.
point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why
Hit
do
him
you
with them words?
Why do you disrespect somebody this much after, not back then? But Pac gets into the Hall of Fame. I don't know about you, but according to me, Biggie ain't getting in no Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Nah.
It ain't gonna happen. Flex looks at that and he's like, this nigga who I don't like and has never liked, I blame him and his actions what led to my man getting his life taken. So I hate him. And now he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So now he's mad. And he knows Biggie ain't gonna get in no Hall of Fame. Close your eyes and picture me roll. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
So Flex is an old angry New York nigga
Who always yells.
who's always yelling. And now he's like, I'm going to go ahead and talk this shit that I should have said 20-something years ago. Because I still hold on to this hate for this nigga. And I know that the guy who I love and revere as the greatest really is only still being talked about now because of this guy.
I mean,
yeah. Come on. People talk about Pac nowadays just him.
Yeah.
Most people who are talking about Biggie is in conjunction with Tupac.
Yeah.
And he don't like that. He's an angry old New York nigga.
He's just hate.
And he's a bitch, man. That's just the kind of person he is. That's the kind of thing he does.
That nigga need to let it go, bruh. L.I.G.
Hey, man.
Put that on a shirt, man.
Let it go, bro.
For 20 years.
Dead, man.
Man.
And
his biopic has came and went.
And now he do look like a bitch nigga, because he was on the air.
Right.
Man, he could have been saying some shit.
Why was you not popping that shit back then?
Because he was a bitch back then.
Because he ain't want to get ran down on.
Right, because he didn't want Pac to come for his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's like, here's the thing, right? If he would have said something back then, I still would be like, why are you still on that now? But it still would be consistent.
I feel like in the background of this conversation, we need to have Mike Jones playing back then.
I'll do that. Nah. See, and the thing is, it's like, Long Kiss Goodnight is one of my favorite Biggie records. But on the real, it's some bitch nigga shit. Because it's like, why didn't you pop shit while the nigga was alive? You know what I'm saying? If Biggie would have dissed Pac while he was alive, anything he did after that would have been fair game. But the nigga died. Now I got some shit to say. No, bruh. You should have changed that whole shit once the nigga died, because you ain't take the time to say shit before that. That's how.
Hey, you know the funniest thing about that little clip though? Is like he was trying to get C's to co-sign, and you could hear C's in the background trying not to.
C's, no, that was somebody else. The other guy was the one who was like saying Cheddar Bob called. Cheddar Bob. I ain't gonna lie, though. I was like, oh, come on, son, don't do him like that. But C's was commenting on the comments.
Oh, that's what that was. Right.
Yeah, C's was in the comments, and C's was like, he went for the hammer and shot himself in the leg. You know what I'm saying? But C's wasn't talking crazy. Flex was just going off at the mouth, man. It's like, come on, dog. 20 years later.
I don't even hear Puff talk about this shit.
And even what he was saying, so like to me, so
Puff be showing love.
Yeah.
To me, so what if he did shoot himself in the leg? That don't.
He's in the middle of getting robbed.
That don't negate the fact that he believed that his partner sent niggas there to rob him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and the thing
he ended up shooting himself.
And this isn't new information.
Right.
Nah. The man said it himself. He went there with 2 Glocks on him. He didn't have the safety on, which, first mistake.
Right.
But niggas came and ran down. He's thinking niggas is gonna have his back. He went for the hammer. Shit went off.
Right.
But come on, bruh. Come on. And
that's not to say that they did or didn't send niggas there for him or whatever, but I'm saying that's what he thought anyway. So whether he shot himself or they shot him has no bearing on.
He still got shot.
And it's like, and so he's like, he tried to.
Niggas didn't help him.
And he's like, yo, man, he tried to put it on Biggie instead of going at the niggas who robbed him. But if you listen to what was said, he never got at Biggie for setting them up.
They didn't help.
He got at Biggie for not telling them who did it.
Yeah.
When that was supposed to be his man. He got at the niggas that robbed him on the next joint. You know what I'm saying? Because on Machiavelli, he was dropping names on niggas. Mm-hmm. So it's like, come on, man. Why are you trying to do this revisionist history? And why are you bringing this shit up 20 years later?
Because he a bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch?
Nigga of the week.
Hey, come on, man. That's just some hoe shit, man. You can't. There's no respect in that. There's no honor in that.
And that nigga can't defend himself. So
exactly, niggas is dead, man.
It's not even just. It's not even about him not being able to defend himself. It ain't even about him not being able to defend himself. It's like, now, what's the point? No matter what you say right now, the legacy that Tupac has, whether you agree with it or not, your words aren't going to tarnish it.
Right.
At all.
Right.
And then you're not even dropping no kind of jewels. Most of the shit was already known.
Right.
So again, what is the point?
I mean,
being a bitch.
Again, niggas dead. He can't even say nothing. Like right now, I could get on the air and be like, "Yeah, I knew Mike Tyson was growing up, man. I whipped a nigga ass when he was a kid." If Mike Tyson was dead, I could say that shit and nothing would happen.
Right. Come on, man.
But you don't hear that Mike Tyson bully y'all down no more. Well, not no more, but ever.
Right. Actually, what was the last thing that I had? And I'll probably move it around on some music talk. And this will probably be quick, though. Chris Brown put out a track list.
Oh.
40 songs.
Who wants that, man?
Who wants 40 new Chris Brown songs in one sitting?
I feel like this is a Chris Brown last ditch effort.
Maybe the same
to get back to the top.
21 Lil Yachty songs.
Because you got to think about it. At the end of the day, all his fuck shit aside, all his bullshit aside, Chris Brown is still talented.
That he is.
Hellified talented more than most of the people in the game now.
Says you.
I say he's.
You don't have to agree with me.
He has
millions of other people do. So
he can make hit records.
Yeah.
But I don't need 40 of them joints at one time. Because if you give me 40 songs, I'm probably going to keep like 15 if we stretching.
The only Chris Brown song I ever liked was Yo.
Damn, that bad?
Yeah.
Shit. Like,
but that could be like
I have a Chris Brown playlist, and I probably have like 30 something songs there, but it's spread out through multiple albums and mixtapes and shit in one setting. Now, my idea, why I think I should be A&R, take those 40 songs, or take 40 of your best songs you can make, split it up into 10 song drops, one for each season. Then they'll be like, oh shit, all right, we got that spring joint. Well, you know it's gonna be there's gonna be 10 fire summer joints coming out. Cool. Something slowed down for the fall and something for the winter. You could do that like for only 1 year. You don't want to try to do that back to back. You know what I'm saying? On some theme shit. But 40 joints at one time?
Maybe he's doing that for the streaming thing, though.
I heard that.
To be real, though.
Because it's like the industry is shifting.
I wouldn't want 40. Like, I wouldn't want 40. I don't like Chris Brown like that, but I wouldn't want 40 songs from a nigga that I did. You know, an artist that I did fully appreciate.
That was my next thing. Like, who would you want 40 songs from at one city? I don't want 40 new Kendrick songs right now.
No.
It depends. What kind of a body? Like, if it's an album, I don't want it.
I mean,
if it's just random tracks, I could deal. Because that's how
that's how most albums are now. It's just a bunch of random tracks.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't think I could take 40 of one person.
40 of one person?
In one drop. Like, it's too much.
Dog, speaking of playlists, I got a playlist of 60 Jay-Z songs that I love. I'm not going to listen to that whole playlist in one setting. And these are songs I'm guaranteed to love. Back to back to. I don't want that much Jay-Z.
Yeah,
but now here's the thing, though.
You'll be like, all right,
yeah, but there are listeners who listen to shit like that. Because that's how I am with shit.
Those are strange people.
I'm strange as a motherfucker. Yes. But I can take an artist. I can dedicate a whole day to listening to just one person. And then I'll never listen to them for like a good year or two.
Right, but that's, again, I agree with Joe. Maybe I could do that if I had like a greatest hits, that album that I've compiled of my favorite songs from that person.
Especially if it's 40 new songs that I haven't heard before.
Right, that's what I was getting at.
Man,
man. You made a Jay-Z playlist. You handpicked each song over a 15-year career.
Yeah.
And so you know you're gonna like each one, and they're gonna be different. They're gonna be varied.
Right.
If Chris Brown made all these songs last week and put out 40 new songs, you don't know what that shit's gonna sound like.
Right.
It could be one long track.
And then that's another thing. It's
like a future album.
Yeah.
Like how it was when I heard about this earlier on another podcast, they were saying, what if it's like kind of like how Nelly did with the sweatsuit shit. Not saying that was a great example to compare it to, but the concept. But the concept though, What if one side 20 of them is a rap album, the other side is just straight R&B?
I don't want 20 rap songs from Chris Brown in one setting.
You don't want 20. I'm talking about his listeners.
I get you.
You don't fit into his listeners' demographic.
I get it.
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta think about this. Chris Brown is the R&B nigga who happens to do some raps and shit like that. Do you know how crazy his fans are behind him?
No.
They're like damn near like Justin Bieber people, sending out death threats and shit. That's the type of fans that Chris Brown has. So you think they wouldn't enjoy 40 straight, and especially in the microwave era that we in now?
Like, see, and when I hear that,
Future just did this.
when I hear and them things came and fucking went, except for a few songs.
But
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
all I'm saying,
like when I think of the microwave era, I think of what Rick Ross did. But except for this last album, for the longest, his album's been like 11 songs. Because, you know, that shit comes and goes, man. It's like, look, take these 11 songs, listen to them. It's going to be within an hour. Go on about your day. If you like it, you'll come back to it. If not, all right, cool. But you already got the play. 40 songs, 21 songs. Man, it's so much. It's so much. It's like No Limit Records.
Even if you like Chris Brown, probably only a third of them songs are going to be good.
Hey, that's up for them to decide. I'm probably not gonna hear it because I don't.
Every song ain't gonna be a winner.
If he does drop 40 songs, I'm gonna listen. I'm probably not gonna listen to every song, but I'll at the very least skim through it. I'm gonna keep the ones that I like, make them a separate playlist as that album, and that's gonna be it, man. Man, I mean, it's like 40 songs.
I love Outkast, but if Outkast dropped a 40-track CD, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it's like sensory overload. I can't deal with that.
I don't know, but then again, it could also be just the way that we digest music. Because, you know, we from a different generation now. They are in that shit where they trying to keep up with the shifting fucking industry. People digest shit completely different now.
I mean, maybe so.
You get 40 tracks and people just get around to that when they get around to that. But they got 40 tracks to hold you up every now and then.
It would take me 2 years to get through 40 tracks.
Of course, because you from a different listening generation.
See, that's why I was saying, like, if it was broken up and released over a couple months, then I can listen to those 40 songs. It's just, like, for me, it's like when I see that many songs at one time, I'm like,
when I see that many songs at one time, it remind me like when people first started like burning CDs and shit and used to sell it by like the fucking Essence Fest when you couldn't get into Essence, so you just go to the little booths and get like all the bootleg shit that they got.
Right.
And like all the CDs had like 50 tracks on that shit because it'll just be like,
I mean,
3 albums on one.
I had like 6,000 songs on my iPod before it broke, but that shit used to just be on shuffle. You know what I'm saying? Like I never heard the same thing twice when I got in the car.
And so that's like if it was a 40-track DJ Khaled album, I could probably listen to it because it's not going to be the same artist back to back to back to back to back to back to back. When it's the same person, man, it's very few artists that I could listen to that much of them. Like even throughout a day, like I said, man, Pac is my number one.
You gotta mix
the only time I listen to that much Pac has been on like, all right, this is the day he died. This is my Pac day. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jam Pac today. But then even that has gotten to be like, all right, I'm gonna have a Pac morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
and then I got to get to some other shit. Like I can't listen to the same voice.
Yeah,
that much.
All my playlists are varied.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You know,
like I rarely listen to my playlists now that are just like one artist.
Even different.
The ones that are like mixed artists, like for running or working out with or my no rap after 7 shit. Those are the ones that jam, man. I can't listen to the same artist.
I'm just saying
that much unless it's like it's one album. 15 songs is perfect for a long album for me now.
I mean, yeah, because you know people put more into it when it's a shorter track list. But I'm just saying that like I see it as if like when you got artists who like to put out shit like that many fucking tracks at once, I feel like they have those crazy ass fans. Like, can you imagine having somebody who passes out in your presence, breaks into tears just from your presence? Would you believe that you could get them to listen to 40 tracks?
Of course.
So how many of those fans you think they got?
Too many.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
Chris,
I mean,
now think about this. Chris
got
Brown
one,
has
they got
fans
too
who
many.
breaks into his house on a regular basis
That
just to
shit is
cook
crazy.
just to cook for him. That's the type of shit that he deals with. You
So-
don't think he can get her to
See,
buy 40
They
fucking
gotta-
tracks?
And they got to deal with Pete dinner ready. It's pizza.
Nah, I think he learned his lesson from
is
that.
he will put the pause on him.
I don't even think he'll put the pause on nobody no more. Just for the simple fact
Shit,
that
he-
you
give
saw
a
what that
shit.
shit did to his career. He sold
Man,
it. He's still
not
bouncing
too-
back.
Cooked him dinner, but
not
ended
too
up with 2
far-
pieces of the biscuit.
Not too far in the past, I'll say within the last 2 years, that nigga was in like DC, and somebody came to take a picture and put his arm around him. That nigga said, "Yo, I ain't with that gay shit, nigga. I box," and he punched the nigga in the face. Yeah, that nigga Chris Brown is crazy, man. Excuse me, Briss Brown is crazy, man.
One of these females break in his house and cook. She thinks she cooking him a meal. She gonna end up with 2 pieces.
Hey, he ain't whoop her ass.
Man,
Made one hell of a story. He ain't put a finger on her.
Oh, speaking of this was funny to me. One of his albums, right after he beat whatever album that was, right after he beat Rihanna's ass. I was driving down Canal Street, and we had a sign on one of the bus stops. Somebody had slapped the domestic violence sticker across the nigga face.
man, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I was so
I think
joked
I
out.
remember that. I think that was Fame around that time. So yeah, no to the 40 songs. This just sounds like a terrible idea.
No to 10 songs.
Yeah, it's no to.
No
That's
to
gonna be a
any-
no for me though.
No to anything. No to anything but yo.
Nah. No, but yo.
So you ain't like these hoes that lawyer, Brian?
Just that phrase.
Yeah, that probably was it. That was it.
The phrase, the meme.
I like the song. I just didn't like the fucking remixes. All of them.
There was remixes.
I don't know.
There was two. There were like 5, 6 remixes.
I feel like I
French
come
was
across,
on one. Tiger was on one. Wayne was on one.
I feel
I
like
think
I
the
come
game was
across
on.
as hating everything, but everything is terrible. I don't want to be like that.
Hey man, you can only live your truth, bro.
Yeah, man.
Live your truth, man, and
I
just
just like what I like.
if somebody tries to call you a hater, just be like, look, man, respect my agency.
Do better.
Right.
Yeah.
Do better for me.
Yeah.
I think that's it, man. I think that's it.
That was a good return to the waves, man.
Word, man. Episode 1, season 2.
Hey.
Dig.
You gotta drop like one of Phone Master Flex.
Yeah, you gotta.
Bombs
Well, nah.
and
You
oh,
know
the
what?
bomb?
He still bitch nigga.
Drop a
week,
phone
so
bomb on it.
Drop
Yeah,
a clue bomb.
Drop a clue bomb
Drop
on
a clue
it.
bomb.
Drop an envy bomb on it. Drop a drama king bomb on it.
Don't drop in nothing from Flex.
Drop an anti-flex bomb.
Drop a quiet bomb just for Flex. Drop a nice one.
That's a Foxy Brown bomb.
Oh, that was so mean.
They said that
It's a Caldwell thing, you hear me?
That's quiet.
Be Mr. David, man. Follow us. Except for him, you know what I'm saying? Follow us, you know what I'm saying? We here, we live.
I'm on Instagram.
We love
On
you.
Instagram, yeah, man. Is
I
Darth
figured out my password.
Darth is it _ Esquire?
No, it's just Darth Esquire.
Darth Esquire on Instagram.
If you
It's
ever
a-
figure it out, you can hear from him.
No, I
It's-
did. That's what I'm saying. I figured it out here.
It's a Caldwell
Man,
thing
yeah.
on Instagram. The Mr. David on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Send us an email at theysaidthatpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, it is Darth _ Esquire.
Alright.
He had to look that up.
I
Right.
I did.
Yeah, man, we here, we
Don't let
back.
his work be in vain.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot us an email if you got questions, you got concerns, you need us to answer something for you. we here to help you. Or
Unless
maybe
you're
not
asking
to
for
help
money.
you. You know what I'm saying? We'll tell other people that you want money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that's gonna be it, man. Peace and shit, man. Get money. Something cool like that.
Wave your rollers in the sky.
Wave them side to side.
Put your hands high while I give your girl an eye.
Because that's the closest you're gonna get to the Hall of Fame. Because you're not gonna do it.